Now, how do we then quiet the ego? Well, I'll tell you what, we're going to try something here. So, okay. So, let's just try this. I want you just to take in a few nice long deep breaths, in through your nose and out through your mouth, and just be aware of your breathing. So, just practice this breath. So we're breathing in, we're breathing out. And we're not having an opinion about our breath, not judging it, not questioning it, just really noticing. Noticing that as I breathe in, my tummy expands, my chest expands. As I breathe out, I can feel my tummy falling back down and my body's relaxing as it's releasing, and I'm just being aware of that. I'm just noticing that, yes? So now we've tried that, I want to try something else. Now, you may or may not notice something straight away, it doesn't matter. But just put your feet flat on the floor for a minute. And just pay attention, as we're breathing in and out, just bring your awareness just to your feet. So just be aware of your feet. So your feet will be pressed against the floor, and so you might notice, there's like resistance where my feet are pressing against the floor. You might notice it almost feels like in some way the floor's pushing back a bit. And what I want you to pay attention to is to see whether you can notice any sensations in your feet. Now, this isn't a thinking thing. This isn't an analytical thing. This is looking for sense perceptions. Just seeing whether you can perceive any sensations in your feet, which could be a bit like tingling or a bit like pins and needles or something like that. So is anybody noticing that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so you're both noticing that. Okay, so listening to this, wherever you are listening to this, if you don't notice it straight away, that doesn't matter, but just give it time. And paying attention to your feet, notice whatever you can notice there. Now, I want you guys just to keep being aware of that, but don't have an opinion about it. Don't have a narrative. Don't question it. Don't judge it. Just allow your mind to be free, and just allow your mind to just be aware of that sensation. You got that? Okay, now, what I want you to notice is every second that you're simply aware of that sensation, where's this usually busy thinking mind? Is it there? Or is it gone?
It's gone. Mine's still there. Mine's trying to butt in and tell you that my feet are cold. When you say what's the sensation, all I want to say is my feet are cold. That's what I can feel. I can feel the tingling.
So you can feel
I'm already
this urge
trying
to say something. Yeah. So in that few seconds of stillness, there's this urge that comes up. Yes. So this is the thing to notice. This is the ego, because the ego wants to be heard. The ego wants to hear itself talking about stuff. But coming back to that for a minute, so bringing the awareness back then to the feet, and just noticing whatever you notice there. Can you notice and it might only be for a split second to start with, but in the second or 2 seconds or 5 seconds, whatever you manage to start with, in the seconds that you can just notice that sensation there in the feet, notice that at the precise moment of awareness of that sensation, there's no thinking mind there, is there? Do you notice that?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. So let's try this, keep trying this. Keep noticing when I'm aware of just this sensation of aliveness that's there. Every moment that I'm aware of that, the thinking mind isn't there. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, allow yourself to think about something that you would normally think about, some nonsense or worry or whatever. And notice that when you're thinking about that, you're no longer aware of that sensation, are you? It's gone, isn't it?
Yeah.
Now let go of the thinking and bring your awareness, your attention back to that sensation in your feet. And notice that as soon as you lock into that sensation in your feet again, the thinking mind's disappeared, hasn't it? Does that make sense? Are we with this?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So can you notice then it's one or the other? You can either be aware of the body, aware of this sensation of aliveness in the body, or you're thinking. Yes? But you're not doing both at the same time. So this is how we start to bring a mindfulness practice in. Yes? So at the moment, what does mindfulness mean? It means that at the moment, all three of us sat in this room at the moment, and if you're listening to this wherever you are, if you're paying attention to your feet, and there's just the sensation, whatever sensation you can experience there, you're being mindful of your feet. You're just aware of them. Now, as long as you're doing it, so this is learning that there's a difference between awareness and thinking.